5 minutes past the hour. Let's bring Ray Ferraro into the conversation. Where do we find you today?
Right on the phone, James.
I should not have asked. What do you think? Are we going to see a busy trade deadline here?
I think we are. Man, there's just so many teams bunched up around the cut line. I think they're all going to try and find a way to improve their stock going into the final race of the season.
Yeah, before we kind of talk about some of those names in play, the Calder race is getting a lot of conversation here. Let's check in on some of the final scores across the league tonight. The Kings were on the road to take on the Blackhawks. Los Angeles powers their way to victory, showing a lot of grit in both ends of the ice. The Lightning played a game against the Panthers. Tampa tore it up on the score sheet, easily coming away with the win. The Sharks had a tall order to fill as they tried to take two on the road against the Maple Leafs. Toronto played absolutely magnificent defense on the night, on the way to a shutout win. Lots more to get to on the ice. Stay with us, everybody. Let's take a look around the league and some of the final scores out there tonight. The Blues had their hands full with the Avalanche. Colorado takes this one in a nail-biter. The Sabres were hoping to take a bite out of the Flyers. Philadelphia pressed when they had to, and they pick up the extra time win. The Blue Shirts were in a dogfight on the road against the Sharks. The New York Rangers took it to the net in this one, and they pick up the win. Lots more still to come, including the story in MMA, the hardwood, and more. Stay with us. All right, let's go around the horn and see what happened elsewhere around the NHL tonight. The Avs were looking to steal two against the Ducks. Anaheim pressed on, always persevered, and they get the win. The Islanders were looking to steal 2 points against the Devils. New Jersey took this one on the heels of a big performance in the shootout. The Sharks were in tough with the Flames. Calgary put on a show offensively in the win. We'll check the inbox, we'll check the text line, and hear what you have to say next. And You know, going into this one, a little sidebar storyline that I'm intrigued to see is how the young rookie is going to fare in his first playoff game. I mean, this is what you live for. This is what you play for as an athlete. And I know talking to him a couple of days ago, he had kind of had his eyes on the prize. He talked about how excited he was going into this one. And I'm curious to see how he responds. To me, he's played so well. I think that narrative will carry over into this one, but you never know because the intensity just gets turned up a whole lot. So let's see how he responds to that challenge. But I'm looking forward to seeing how it all plays out. A couple of other storylines I'm really intrigued to see how it all... And hey, let's bring it back to the rookie here for a second. First playoff game in the books, and I don't know if it was just me, but I thought he was great out there. I thought he was really noticeable. I thought he was really strong in his own end, and that's a telling sign, right? When you're dealing with a more intense atmosphere, that sort of feeling out process as a youngster in the league, and now you're playing your first playoff game, your feet are into the fire, and I really thought he passed the test with flying colors in his first playoff experience there. I really liked what I saw. A couple of other storylines I thought. You look at some of the shots on goal. Well, my. Things certainly got interesting at practice. For more on this, we are joined by our own Ray Ferraro. How are you?
Doing pretty well.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
What'd you make of these changes here?
Well, lots to chew into, but I think the most significant part is the rookie who is going to drop to the fourth line, and you know, your minutes are getting cut significantly. Your role is certainly chopped off, and I would hope the coaches have had a word with him so he doesn't feel like he's the worst player in the league, because a player's mind will go there in a hurry.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about a coach nowadays. You're not just a coach, you're part psychologist as well. We'll see how it plays out. Now, when you look at what they're doing with their power play unit, that's... And they fail to come up with a W, and their season comes to an end. And if you want to look at some of the guys and go through a report card in this one, I'll tell you what, I'll start with the rookie. He had a tough night. Just the moments seemed too big for him in his first elimination game. And I'll tell you what, he needed a better performance to help keep his team alive. He just struggled in his own end, seemed a little lost offensively as well. He's not the only one, but a disappointing way for his season to end for the rookie. And he's got to build and lots of time to think about it over the course of the offseason heading into year number 2. All right, still to come. We got a lot to think about. We got a lot.